everybody, and welcome back to another video. Now it is 2025, so that can only mean one thing: the Flamme Rouge Racing Tourtopia. Yes, that's right, the hardest series in Zwift is back with a bang, and I'm going to bring you the first two races in this very difficult tour. Now I haven't done one of these for quite a long time. In fact, it's over a year since I did one of these FRR kind of stage races, and it's not surprising because they are super difficult, but actually really rewarding if you get to kind of finish any of these, any of the stages. And in fact, if you finish the tour at all, then that is a massive achievement in itself. Now, to give you a little bit of summary here, there are 8 different stages. You've got the first 2 stages, which I'll bring you today, which are just basically for classification purposes. So they're going to do the classification this time a little bit differently. We get to race 2 stages back to back. This one here at Bologna time trial, and then around Royal Pump Room 8 at Yorkshire. And then after that, after everyone's done those 2 stages back to back, everyone then gets classified, put into a category, and then the real racing starts on Monday. And on Monday we will race Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, rest day on Thursday, and then Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Sunday being the Queen stage, and the stage that I'm not looking forward to / that I am looking forward to the most. It will be a very attritional tour, but I'm super excited. I'm super excited because I have actually got a team that is made up of people that have joined the Not Tadej Pogačar club on Zwift. So we've got our own little team here. So this will be really interesting to see how we get on as a group of riders. It's been great doing the little social rides every Sunday, and yeah, let's see how we get on. So we've got Bologna, and as you can see here, this particular route is very flat initially. And then there is a little bit of an incline, the latter stages. And it is on a TT bike, so both the first 2 stages, not only are they back to back, but there's also no draft. So you can't just sit behind others and then whiz away at the end and get the best time. It is just basically, all versus all. Doesn't matter how many people are in a specific race, all that counts is your finishing time. And I did have a little strategy going into this one, as I usually do for Bologna, so it was to take it kind of, easier on the flat bit and then push it harder, as you can see, on the incline. But bear in mind, after this race, we've got about a 10-minute break, and then we're on to another full-on race, which also has no draft. So I was kind of gauging my effort here, just making sure that, I'll do the best I possibly can, but at the same time, I don't completely snap. And as we come to the top here, just do it in over 20 minutes, which is not too bad, but potentially, I would say it's my worst time that I've ever done up there, by about 30 seconds. But considering I've got this next stage afterwards, I wasn't too dissatisfied with that. And, I did give it everything I could whilst, reserving a little bit for this race. Now here we are, this is Royal Pump Room 8, so you can see the profile here is much different than the one before. It's a longer race, it's very lumpy, and for those of you that have watched the channel for a little while, you know that I'm not really a fan of this particular course, or this particular world itself. I don't normally race here. Find it very difficult to do the kind of surge and then recover. But my strategy for this one was just to kind of, do the best that I could again. I've got a couple of teammates here with me, Andrew and Chris, and our plan was just to kind of encourage each other and push each other forward for as long as we possibly could, even though there was no draft. But look at that, we're looking cool there in our black monochrome kits. So yeah, basically strategy for this one was to push, basically higher watts on this this kind of incline section, and then just get a little bit of rest on the decline. And yeah, at this stage, like 10 minutes in, after already doing the Bologna, which felt like a full-on 20-minute effort, I was really flagging, and yeah, I was not looking forward to kind of the rest of this race. And it was basically, the Flamme Rouge racing events, they are so good for fitness. And as I say, I've done a couple before, so check them out. I've done the Flamme Rouge Racing Tour France. I did, I think, the Tourtopia last year, and I attempted Britannia last year. And when I say last year, I mean 2023, not 2024. So go and check those out if you want to. But yeah, they're super attritional. And when you get to the end of kind of, these this series, this particular series, it's such a good feeling because it really does feel like you've accomplished something on the bike. And as I say, fitness-wise, it definitely helps. Now, I'm still working with Coach Costa, and he's been building me up to this one. So he kind of, said beforehand about fueling strategy and make sure that I'm eating plenty of carbs, 2 or 3 days before. Try to avoid fatty foods, which is something that he said, which I'm not really sure I've been that good at, especially over the Christmas period. I haven't put on a lot of weight. I did put on a tiny bit, made sure that I updated my weight before doing these 2 events. And I can tell you that we have got the category that I'm in at the end of this one, so I will let you know where I sit in, or which category I actually sit in. And for those of you that still want to do this, there is an opportunity to race in the Flamme Rouge Racing Tourtopia. As I say, try and get involved in it. It's a really, really good event. I probably won't be saying that at the end of this particular tour because I'll absolutely be knackered. But I don't know, it's just a great feeling to finish this one. Now, as you can see, I'm about halfway through, and I can tell you at this point I was not feeling good. Just Dan messaged me there, who's part of the team, just to basically say keep going. Andrew is about 15 seconds behind now, did a great job to kind of keep up. On these races as well, there are sprint segments which I really didn't go for because I think I was pretty much just at my limit here. I'm not going to go for the green jersey. I do want to finish up in the GC as high as possible in my particular category. But I don't know whether or not that's going to be fighting for kind of, the top places or battling not to be kind of last. It's actually really nice this time having a team, a team full of people that are of the similar kind of mindset. Really, really enjoyed, working through and figuring out what the kind of different people we've got in the teams are. So, absolutely love the group of people that we're involved in. And if, as I say, if you'd like to, join our club on Zwift, please feel free. Link in the description. The more the merrier at the end of the day. This is as I said before, a really great community and a really great bunch of people that I absolutely, love spending some time on the bike with. And hopefully we're going to have a bit of fun with tactics as well when the actual racing starts. But it is, as I say, I'm kind of nervous / excited at the same time. Now, we're coming towards the end of this race, and this was just sort of coming up to the last little group, shall we say, a little cluster of up and downs. And you can see my heart rate's around 160, but I was feeling very fatigued at this time. Now, something I will say, additionally, is the latter stages of races, I do feel like I get a pretty good second wind at the moment. So, although I was feeling rubbish, I have kind of made a little bit of a move, and I am catching a few sort of others up front who may have blown up a little early. I think the good thing about the way that they categorised this particular tour is they've not just kind of based it on, the old categories like A, B, C, D, or, the kind of new racing score. They are using this sort of Velo score from the racing app, which they kind of have used before, but also taking into consideration, where people are. So it's not just like this is your Velo score, this is where you sit. And I think it's good, Rich Vale, for Flamme Rouge Racing, he's always trying to do something a little bit different, which I really like, and I'll give credit for. This series has grown and grown. I think I've done it for maybe 3 or 4 years now. I've at least done kind of one a year, and it's a really great one to attempt, and as I say, it's a really good one motivation wise for the start of the year. Anyway, we're just coming to the last little bump here, which I can tell you I was very happy about. And we're going to cross the line in just a second, but I'll let you know what my category is now. So my category is Hab, which they do in kind of pepper spice hotness, I think. So I'm kind of mid to high, mid pack, which I will absolutely take. And just looking forward to kind of seeing where I can race. Early indication is that I'm towards the middle of that pack, so I will absolutely take that. I'll let you know about kind of where I sit within the GC following the first race, which is tomorrow. As I say, I'm really excited. Hope you stick along for this whole week's worth of racing. I'll put up the videos pretty much as soon as I've done them. Anyway, Thanks for watching, everyone, and I'll see you on the next one.